Hi, good morning. Kathia Woods,
Hello.
Whistle Show. Oh, good afternoon. Sorry. I have to say, I so love Lady Featherington. I think she is funny and really interesting. And just when we think we have her figured out, we are not, then we get pleasantly surprised. Talk a
Good.
little bit about how much fun it is to play her. Because first we think she's a mean girl, but she turns out to have a heart.
Yeah. No, well, it's always nice to play somebody who's controversial, I think. And she's an energetic character. And it's nice to play someone who it's nice to represent somebody who everybody might not like. I like to play people who are on the margins, I suppose, and she definitely is. I sympathize with her enormously. I also, like you, find her very funny, and I was blessed this season. We've been blessed to be given lots of fun scenes to do and funny situations, and that's a joy. And yes, she has a heart. It beats very, very strongly, and I think she's a sweet little pussycat underneath it all. So I'm glad you saw that too.
Yes, and Betsy, the daughters are like, they just want to get married. Like it seems to be like that is the thing. I want to be married. I want to be the center of attention. It doesn't matter who or what. And it's kind of hard because you have the Bridgerton girls and everybody's like, oh, they're so cute. And the Feathering girls are kind of like, you're here, but we don't really like you.
Yeah, I think, well, just at the beginning of what you were saying, I think getting married is all they knew, those poor girls. It was all, they were trained up pretty much to be as desirable as they could be, with singing, dancing, embroidery, whatever else. So that's all they knew. They didn't have the privileges we have today. And I think, yeah, it's hard for the Featheringtons, I like to call them, the Featheringtons, when they're watching these demure Chanel models of the Bridgerton family waltz in and nabble the good-looking young men. And I think it's hard for us to constantly be on the sidelines. So yeah, it's hard.
Talk about the clothing, because I feel like the Featheringtons are very much in oranges, yellow, and greens. Is that purposeful compared to the more pastel colors of the Bridgertons? How much say do you have, and how much fun is that portion of it? Because the costuming on this show is just stellar. Polly, you can go first.
Okay. Well, I think there's some reference in one of the books to that they liked citrus colors. So that explains the oranges, the yellows, the tangerines, the greens, and it's talked about in as if they were bad taste and everything. But I actually think they're the best dressed in the ton. I think they bring such color and vibrancy. So what was the question?
Do we have any say sort of in it?
No, not really. I mean, if something, I would say it's sometimes with headpieces, I'd go, could it be bigger? I always wanted to be bigger. I wanted everything to be bigger.
I remember in the first season actually going to the first fitting, and that was the first taste for me of what Bridgerton was, because we didn't have a read through or a rehearsal until afterwards. And I remember the first fitting, our designer, the first series, showing me a lookbook and sort of going, period, and it was a sort of a statue of someone in the Regency period. High fashion was in the middle, and it was a catwalk image, and then she went Shonda, and then it was a mashup of the two. And I was like, what am I going to be in? What is this show? And it has just exceeded. And Sophie Canale, who's taken over as costume designer for season 2, has just taken the baton and run with it. And she's, I think we can all agree that everyone in the second series has really
had a glow up.
Had a glow up is the phrase that's been chucked around. The real glow up, and we've gone further and further into their characters, elongating their characters through what they wear. And
it's slightly edgier, I think.
Yeah, it's sort of edgier. That's perfect.
But they were huge fittings. They were like 4-hour mammoth. The early ones were 4-hour mammoth fittings where I mean,
I had about 30, I think.
yeah, and I'd literally get on the way back, I'd just like come home and I'd have to go and lie down on the bed and like put a flannel on my face and just breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was intense.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ladies. It's been a lot of fun and looking forward to season 3.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thanks.